What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch, and today we got a brand new video. We're going to be doing the Grey Demon Guide. So if you guys have not been keeping up to date with the game, or you're currently just not caught up on the story, once you beat Chapter 6, the latest chapter that came out on Grand Cross with the newest update, will now unlock the Grey Demon. So you summon the Grey Demon the same way you summon the Red Demon, and it's just pure RNG. You go into the boss mission, and you just do the boss stages, until the percent keeps on going up and you summon a demon. There's no way on global to manipulate which bosses are summoned. Eventually, we will get something on JP that will be able to, that allows you to control which bosses are actually summoned. That way you have full control over what you actually need. But for now, it is pure RNG. You have no control over it. Some days you might get no gray, some days you might get no red demons. But for today, we're going to be breaking down how do you beat Red Demon. And I already did my raids on global, and it's easier for me to showcase it on JP. So I'm going to be showing you everything on here. Before we start off, let me see if I have the proper... right here. Okay. So we're going to swap over to the desktop, and this way we can show off exactly what is going on. I'm going to be using sdsgc.gg. Link will always be down below. If you guys want to take a look at this database for anything you need, as all the information you could possibly use. I'm taking a look at the teams that is already presented for Deathmatch, and specifically for Grey Demon. I also have under the guide section, if you scroll down, there's also a Grey Demon guide here. So I'll go over the units very quickly, and then we'll go in and do a run to show you what it actually looks like. Before we get started, typical plugs. Discord down below. Make sure you check it out. If you guys want to play the game on an emulator on a computer without crashing, BlueStacks is the way to go. Link is down below there. Now, let's get straight into it. The key unit for this demon, and who is almost irreplaceable, is Green King. So Green King, let's actually open him up and show you guys why he's actually so good. I had him and Jericho as the two best possible units you could reroll for, aside from Green Meliodas. And this is exactly why. Because of Grey Demon. Now, with Grey Demon, King, the same way how Red Demon, Bond was super effective, in this demon, King is effective. So King does, I believe he does more damage in this raid, and then on top of that, he is just amazing for this particular raid because of how his passive works. Magic Control increases crit chance by 10% per each ultimate gauge orb, increases by an additional 50% if it is completely filled, meaning he can gain 50% by filling up his ultimate gauge. Once he does, he gains another 50%, bringing him to 130% crit chance, making it so that he always crits, unless the enemy has more than 30% crit resistance. It actually does not matter, he'll always crit. So there, he almost, I don't believe he can not crit, right? The Grey Demon does not have crit resistance, so either way, he is the key unit to bring here, and this goes hand in hand with this move right here. First form, Chastifol, whatever, it has Spike, so it does double crit damage, meaning that the best gear you can bring on this King is an attack damage and crit damage set. So the 4-piece is the attack damage, the 2-piece is the crit damage. You can technically go 6 pieces of crit damage to get three sets of crit damage, but you need a strong base attack for the crit damage to scale well. That's why you go attack damage into crit damage. Now, for the substats, you want about equal amount of substats, right? So if you have 5 lines of attack, you want 5 lines of crit damage. About the same. But the main thing is giving him some crit damage so he can scale to over 200%. Ideally you want 210, 220% crit damage on him. You don't even need that good of gear. You simply just need rare gear is fine. I actually used bronze gear on mine for the longest time. Sorry, when I say bronze, I mean common gear, and it worked perfectly fine. Enough to do extreme. Besides that, everything else is irrelevant. That's the main reason why you bring him, because he nukes super hard in this game mode, or in this deathmatch. Now, heading back here, the other units to bring are, because currently we do not have Gowther on here, it is very difficult to get high ranking cards, which means that Grey Demon ends up getting extended a lot, and it is hard to survive. So in my opinion, the next best unit you can bring is Elizabeth. And then from there, it would be Gilthunder or Helbram. Ideally, one person brings one, the other person brings the other one, because their buffs stack. Gilthunder's buff increases attack up to 60% for 3 turns, right? So it increases the attack. And then Helbram increases attack-related stats. And attack-related stats is attack, pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage. So you can use them simultaneously, and they stack up, allowing you to get really, really high numbers for this Grey Demon. And then Kain is in the back because he increases attack-related stats in Deathmatch. That is going to be the key thing. When it comes to doing hard mode, Extreme is very difficult right now, and chances are you will not be able to do Extreme simply because our gear isn't there, our units aren't that high of a level, or you just haven't built them properly yet. And that's perfectly fine. You know, when this dropped on JP, it was about a month into the game. So, you know, it's perfectly reasonable for you not to do Extreme, and hard is, you know, if you can do hard, you're fine. And the nice thing about hard is, Meliodas is significantly better in hard mode because of his counter. But I think I explained things enough. Let's hop back over to here so we can do an actual run, and I'll explain the mechanics of the game as we go on. So we're going to be doing Extreme, and I'll explain everything once we get into here. I won't be inviting a friend. Should be able to solo this. And I won't even use you, right? We will use... Where is Elizabeth? Just to show you the team that is currently available on Global. Elizabeth. Okay. Let's put some gear on you. Fine, you can gear. You have absolutely nothing. I need to get crit damage. You just live. Also get someone's HP gear for all I care. And Kain, I don't care about. So, that is fine. Wrong move. Let's throw on some food. For here, your best options for food are, you know, if you're trying to survive longer, you can go with dodge food. Dodge food or avoid food allows you to block the next attack. So let's go with that, right? Just for the sake of showing this off. And let's take this on. So when it comes to Extreme, there are 2 phases. You can, you know, the first phase, you just have to bring it down. And then actually let's explain it starting from normal. With normal, there is 1 health bar, and he has a shield. Once you break the shield, he will get stunned for the next turn, and you can do more damage there. So normal is pretty easy. Hard is the same thing, but he has no shield. Ow! So hard mode has no shield, and the mechanic is, while he is flying, you cannot hit him with physical attacks. Meaning, if your character has to actually touch the Grey Demon to do damage, that damage will not go off. Jericho, for example, will not work. Meliodas will not work while he is flying. But as soon as he lands after 3 turns, then you can do whatever you want. And yeah, we'll just use move. There we go. Okay, once you get like, because his crit damage, or sorry, crit chance is low to start off. Ow, that hurts. course he goes for you. Because King has low crit chance early on, almost nothing crits unless you're lucky. So what you can do is, if you get multiple King cards, you're better off combining the actual cards rather than, you know, just using them blindly and not getting the crit off. So we'll use this, this. We want to save the Gilthunder attack up for when you can start doing actual damage. I tend to save it for, you know, right before, because it lasts for 3 turns, I believe. Okay. Ow. Not nice. Why you gotta do that? Why is this thing still showing up? Ew. Okay, please crit for once. There we go. And you can see that he does insane damage even with a bronze card. That it's actually just like... I really like this raid simply because of the fact that King can do really high amount of damage really fast, that the raid doesn't take that long. I'm just showing you with one person. It gets to the point where you can do it relatively easily. Okay, here we will just... Oh! Okay. There we go. You never want to use his ultimate until, like, unless it's like the final kill blow. Because once you use the ultimate of King, his stacks get reset, and all of a sudden he's never critting again. You want to hold on to this point, because now that we're at that 5 stack point, we can actually not die. You know, I mean, we do the damage we need to do. Okay, this is an issue though. Hopefully this does enough. There we go. That green bar right there is that, you know, barrier that I was talking about. Once you break that, as long as you break that, he will stun. If you don't break that, you are not going to have a good time. And mission accomplished. We already won. Does he get stunned? We do 1, 2, and 3. And it's as simple as that. Of course, on global, we don't have anywhere near the gear we do here, but the strategy is exactly the same. You can use these exact units. Doing extreme without a Green Elizabeth for now is very, very difficult. Once we get a little bit more units, we get a Coin Shop Gowther, we get Coin Shop Merlin, you'll be able to do this with relative ease, and the runs will go just as fast as this. Now, being able to do this in like 2 minutes is really, really nice. Ooh, that is a lot of wings. That's what I like to see. Perfect. So hopefully that explains some things. Make sure you check out the SDS Grand Cross website if you're trying to look for replacements on certain units. Really nice details on who you can run, who you can't run. But remember, it really is a stat check. If you're not able to do these runs, it's because your units aren't there yet, your gear isn't there yet, and you just need to work on getting them up. Doing hard is perfectly fine. People are going to be doing hard for a majority of the time, and it's just easier. It's 1 health bar. You can use Meliodas. Majority of the people have Meliodas. I actually use Green Jericho on hard, and I simply, you know, even though I can't do any damage, I wait till he lands, and I use my ultimate. And my ultimate crits, and does like 130k damage. If someone has a Gilthunder, it can do upwards to 200,000 damage. So all these are possible for you to run. It's just a matter of understanding what units you have, what units you bring for this to work out. Hopefully that explained to you guys a little bit more. And that's it for now. Until next time, peace out.